I think fundamentally one has to understand their financial stability. I think if somebody says financial stability is not important, I think that's stupidity in this world. Especially if you have a family commitment, financial stability is extremely important. But I think the issue is that people don't understand what is the financial stability they want. Okay, if they don't understand what is the financial stability they want, then the decision is going to be very difficult. You can't take a decision, right? And it just keeps moving, right? And to understand your financial stability, first you need to understand what you want to do. What is it you need to have? And once you put all these perspectives together, then I think it's easy to take a call. There is no emotional attachment to it, but you take a rational decision. So, I mean, I started, doing investments on my own, right at the stage of from the 50 onwards, even before that, and I started planning. But obviously it wasn't, a professional planning, I would say. It was more, my intuitive, and I started, doing it. But then, closer to a decision that I wanted to take, I sort of, engaged with somebody who could help me to put together my financial goal, my family needs, what is the passion that I've got, what is it that I want to do, how much money do I need to take care of this. Once put all these perspectives together, when I actually saw my retirement Excel sheet, then I said, why the hell I'm not taking a decision to quit? From my planning part of it, okay, I had actually allocated a budget for my travel, because I know that one of the things that I want to do is travel very clearly, and I don't want to sort of compromise on that. There's an allocation for contingency health requirements. My wife does a lot of social causes and all that, so I've got an allocation towards that, right? I've got an allocation done for my son's education, who's studying in the US. So I've done these allocations very clearly, and and it's very clearly managed. So I consume from these allocations, year on year. In spite of having access to people and having access to information, knowing about how the financial services industry work, I made a couple of mistakes. So fundamentally, you need somebody, okay, who does only that, right? So that's what I have done. What are some of the criteria when you really want to engage with somebody who's actually, managing a portfolio? So in my view is that first thing is that they have to understand your requirement. They have to understand what is it that you want to do with money in life. Correct? It's very important. Now, if they don't understand what is it that you want to do with money in life, then I think their objective is different and my objective is different, very clearly. And once that alignment happens in terms of, what is the money that we want to do for me, then I think that's the first step where you start moving. Second is that they don't come to you selling a product, okay, flavor of the day, right? So today, this is the flavor of the day, I think it's good for you, you take it. And then after 1 week, they come and say, no, that was the flavor of a week back. Today, this is the flavor. So they don't, do that. So that's the second thing, right? I think the third important thing for me, which gives me a lot more comfort, is the family connect. Because this particular company, when I first engaged with them, all that they said is that we won't start working with you unless we come to your home and we want your wife to be part of the entire planning discussions. We will not do a discussions with you alone. So far, when I meet my friends, when I go on my trek, when I talk to a lot of people, I think the first reaction from people is that, hey, I also want to be like you. And I've seen this reaction, believe me, from everybody. And I think the issue for most of them is that, what do I do after leaving the job? So my advice to all these people is that, start something that what you want to do. It could be anything, okay? Try it out. If it doesn't work, switch on to something else and try it out. Initially, I think the requirement is different at different stages, right? So initially, you earn money to basically for your own living. The moment you get into a family, you start earning money to meet your family commitments, right? and obviously that space of family commitments is actually a longer time, because then you have family, you have children, your education and all that stuff. And after a certain point, then you start earning money for your own personal, sort of achievements and living and whatever it is. And at some point of time, you start thinking enough is enough and I don't want to earn more. Now I start enjoying what I've already earned. Money is important, but to what extent it is important is what one has to really sit and think. If you don't put that question in terms of saying that, to what extent it is important, then there is no end to it.